Okay, good morning. So we're going to work on how do you calculate the perimeter area and volume of similar figures. Okay, so this one, everybody. So we're going to do that. This is going to be our first one. Okay, and this is going to be our second one. Okay, so scale factor. So scale factor, remember, is going to be new over old. So this is going to be our new one. This is our old one because we're going left to right. So we're going to do 6/9. Okay, so we're going to use our length. So 6/9. Which simplifies to 2/3. What's the value of x? So we're going to put 6/9. Actually, everybody, we can use this scale factor that we already simplified. Okay. And put x over 3, cross, multiply, and divide, and we get that x is equal to 2. Okay. Perimeter of each rectangle. So perimeter for rectangles, everybody, is going to be 2 times is the length plus 2 times the width. Okay, so we're going to use that. So this is going to be our length. This is our width. This is our length for the second one, and this is our width for the second one. Okay, which we got is 2. Okay, so we're going to do perimeter is equal to. It's going to be 2 times 9 plus 2 times 3 is equal to 24. And then we have this one is going to be 2 times 6 plus 2 times 3 is 18. Okay, so simplify your ratio. So it's going to be perimeter 1. Sorry, we're doing it the other way. Perimeter 2 over perimeter 1 is equal to 16. And that everybody should be. That actually should be 2 right there. I don't know why I put 3. But anyways, that's 16 over 24. And we can also put it in decimals.com scientific, and it equals 3. Notice that our scale factors and our ratio for the perimeter are congruent. Okay, so now we have, what's the scale factor? We're going to say this is the old one. This is the new one. Okay, notice it says isosceles triangle. So that means that those sides are congruent. Okay, so we're going to do our scale factor. So that's going to be, I'm going to use the bases. So it's base 2 over base 1. So these are the bases. Remember, it's all about that base, no trouble. So we're going to put 16 over 24. We divide both of them by 8, and we get 2/3. Okay, remember, you can also use decimals.com scientific. Okay, so, and I was looking at the wrong numbers. I was looking at the problem from above. So it would be 8 over 16, which is 1/2. Okay, and then this one, to find the height. So height for the second one, so we can do, which is x. So we can do 6, because this is the height of the first one, times our scale factor. Okay, so 6 times 1/2. Half of 6 is 3. Okay, what's the perimeter for each one? Perimeter, we add all the sides together, so A plus B plus C. This is A, this is C, this is A, this is C. Perimeter, remember, is the distance all the way around, so perimeter first one is going to be 10 plus 16 plus 10 is equal to 36. Perimeter for the second one is going to be equal to 8. Sorry, we start with A. So 5 plus 8 plus 5 is going to be equal to 18. Okay, so it says simplify your ratios. Perimeter 2 over perimeter 1. So 18 over 36. You can divide both of them by 18 to get 1/2. Okay, so notice that our scale factor and the ratio of the perimeters are congruent. Okay, so A over B. So if 2 similar polygons have a scale factor A over B, then their perimeter has a ratio of A over B. Okay, so this one, everybody, we are looking at area. So of course we're going to start with the scale factor. Okay. So we're going to do, this is going to be our first one, second one, that's our old one, this is our new one. Okay, so we're going to simplify our ratios. So we're going to put new over old. So I picked these. I'm going to use the widths. So 2/3. Don't need to simplify it. Okay, and what's the area of the rectangle? Area of the rectangle, remember, is length times width. So we're going to do area for the first one is going to be equal to the length times the width. So 9 times 3, which is 27. Area for the second one is going to be equal to length times the width. Okay, so 6 times 2, which is 12. It says we want us to do the ratios, so area of 2 over area of 1. So that's going to be 12 over 27. We can divide both of those by 3 to get 4/9. So that is a 4. Okay, it says take the square root. Square root of 4 over square root of 9 is going to be equal to 2/3. Okay, so notice that those are congruent. Okay, so 2/3. Okay, this one is isosceles triangle again. So we're going to have, so I'm going to use the bases. Okay, so it says scale factor, so that means we're going to do scale factor is going to be equal to 8 over 16. Divide both of them by 8 to get 1/2. Okay, and then for area of a triangle, remember a triangle is half a rectangle, so it's 1/2 base times height. So the area for the first one is going to be equal to, okay, it's going to be equal to that one, so it's going to be 1/2. 16 times 6, which is 48. And then we're also going to do it for the second one. So area of the second one is going to be equal to 1/2. The base, which is 8, times the height, which is 3. You'll see that, so that's the height. And we get 12. Okay, so simplify the ratios. So we're going to do area 1 over area 2. That's going to be 12 over 48. Divide both of them by 12 to get 1/4. It says take the square root again, everybody. So we're going to take square root of 1 over square root of 4, which simplifies to 1/2. So the ratios are congruent. Okay. So we'll, once we take the square root. So we're going to do, so a over b squared. Notice everybody that that means that we have to do a squared and b squared. So you have to distribute the square root, the squared to square both. Okay. So for volume, so this is 1, this is 2. Okay, we're going to do what's the scale factor. So scale factor is going to be equal to 8. So we're going to use the side, so 8 over 4, which is 2 over 1. I am going to leave it as a fraction. Okay, volume of a cube, everybody. Volume of a cube is equal to the side cubed. Okay, so these are the sides. Okay, so it's going to be volume 1 is equal to side cubed. So 4 cubed. Okay, so for this 4, do raised to the cube. Okay, so you need to do that where you raise it to the cube. And we get 64. Okay, and then for volume 2, we do the same thing, everybody. So it's the side cubed again. So it's going to be 8 cubed. So 8, everybody raised to the cube. You need to use that little caret to raise it to the cube, to the third power. Okay, and we get 512. Okay, so then it says the ratios of the volume. So volume 2 over volume 1. So 512 over 64. Divide them both by 64. 4, and we get 8 over 1. Okay, now it says take the cube root, everybody. So the cube root of 8 over the cube root of 1, and we get 2 over 1. So again, when we take the cube root, our ratios are congruent. Okay, so this one, we do need to take it over cubed. Do notice that we do need to distribute the cube as well, so it's a cubed over b cubed. Okay, so we have to cube both of them. Okay, this one, notice it says draw diagrams, everybody. You got to draw diagrams. Remember, it's a geometry art class. Okay, so ratios of the triangle is 8. Yes, they're not to size. This one should be a lot smaller. Okay. So this one is 4. This one's 121. Okay. So it says find the perimeter of the larger one. Okay. If the perimeter of the smaller one, okay, is 64. Okay, so we're going to put 4 over 121. Okay. And then it's going to be 62 over perimeter of the second one, everybody, because that's what we're looking for. Okay. Or you can just put X if you want to put X there. So perimeter for the second one is 1,875 and 5/10 inches. Okay, notice it does say round to the 10th place. Okay, so this one says the ratios of the similar triangles is 5 to 6. If this area of the smaller one is 50 kilometers squared, what's the area of the larger one? So we're going to do 5. Did I skip one? I did skip that one. Sorry, I skipped number 7. Okay, so is 6 to 7. Okay, we're going to square them. Area 1 over 45. Okay, remember you do need to distribute it. Okay, so, and then this is what I mean. So you need to do 6 squared, 7 squared, and then cross multiply and divide. Okay, and when cross multiply and divide, check your answer. You should get 31.1 centimeters squared. Okay, this one, it's going to be 6 over 7 squared. Remember, everybody, area squarea. And then the area of the smaller one over 45. So then we're going to, oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. It should be 50. Okay, and then we're going to take that and we're going to cross multiply and divide, and we get that the area is equal to, the first one is 72 kilometers squared. Okay, volume. Notice I'm still drawing diagrams, everybody. So this one, it's going to be 5 over 7 cubed, because it's volume, 486 over the volume of the second one. Okay, we're going to take, or we're going to cross multiply and divide. Well, cube it first, everybody. Same as the last ones, everybody. You need to cube it. Okay, so you need to cube it. Sorry, that's a little cube symbol. So use that caret to raise it to the cube, to the third power. And then we cross multiply and divide. Okay, so for that one, everybody should have gotten the volume for the second one. It's equal to 1,333.6 meters cubed. Okay, this one we're working with triangular prism. So we're going to set it up. We're going to put 7 over 3 is equal, so that is feet. So that will take my green's feet. Says the volume edges, some of the lengths, the larger one is 126. So we're finding perimeter. Okay, and then we cross multiply and divide. Everybody, you can also put X there instead of perimeter of the second one. And it should be 54. Okay, 54 feet. Okay, so this one says area. Okay, so it says base area, so that means that we're looking at these areas down here. Okay, it's still going to be 7 and 3 for these. Okay, so it's going to be 7 over 3 squared is equal to 19.6 over area. Okay, make sure everybody that you square them first before you cross multiply. Okay, and so the area for the second one is going to be 3.6 feet squared. Okay, and then this one says volume, so we're going to do 7 over 3 cubed. This is volume of the smaller one is 28, so that means it's the smaller one. Okay, and then we're going to cube. Remember, everybody, you have to cube it first, and then you can cross multiply, so cube both. The top, the numerator and the denominator, so the top and the bottom. Okay, and then we can cross multiply and divide. So volume, we get 355.7 feet cubed. Okay, everybody, you got